Yo, what is going on, guys? This is T here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a cool software called Rainmeter. So basically, this software allows to clean slash minimalistic widgets on your Windows 10, Windows 8, 8.1 or 7 systems. And the minimum version is Windows 7, or if you have Windows Vista, Windows XP and below, this will not work for you. But anyway, to download the theme, no. But anyway, to download Rainmeter, hit the firstmost link in the description box below, and now you should have this little download button over here. So you just want to click that, and now Rainmeter 4.5.7 or whatever the latest version is going to be downloaded. So just want to press this little button, hit show in folder. So now I just want to right click the exe file and hit run as admin. So we'll just hit yes in the user account control prompt and then hit OK. Now there are two types of install, and that is standard installation, which is recommended by the way, and the portable installation. So portable installation, as the name suggests, allows you to port the program like in a USB drive to use it in different computers. But if you're using one computer, it's always recommended to choose standard installation. So let's hit next. And now we just don't want to touch this. We just want to make sure launch Rainmeter and startup is checked, because every time you boot up your PC, Rainmeter should start up, or else it would be just incomplete. So you could even customize the path where to install the application, but I'll just leave it in the default one. So we just want to hit install. And now we also have a checkbox to run Rainmeter. It's checked by default. So we just want to hit finish, and as you can see, we have a lot of skins loaded up, and the default one doesn't look that good. And now if you don't want these unnecessary skins, you could just right click on it and hit unload skin. Same for this too, unload skin. And now as you can see, we have the default theme, which doesn't look so good. So just because Rainmeter is a fully free and open source program, third-party developers could create third-party skins for Rainmeter. And also, Rainmeter itself has a skin called Win10 Widgets. So you can download it bundled with Rainmeter 4.0. But if you already have a Rainmeter installed, like now, you could just click here for the RM skin file. So we're just gonna click here. Anyway, you just want to hit this little button, show in folder, and you could just right-click and hit install Rainmeter skin. Now you just want to hit install. It's installing, and now as you can see, Win10 widgets has been successfully installed. So you just want to hit the close button. Alright, now the weather server is I guess closed down due to some issues. So this thing is basically useless. So you can just right click and hit unload skin. As you can see, we have got a really Windows 10ish looking widgets. Like, it looks something like what Microsoft would have shipped with their operating system. But anyway, let's take a look at what customizations we could do to all these widgets. So to customize a widget, you just want to right click it and go into settings. And now we've got a couple of settings which I'll briefly overview. Let's start off with the position settings. So let's take a look at the important settings in the position tab, and that is these settings. So basically, you could make this widget stand on top of windows. If I click on a window and it gets into focus, the widget is gonna go under the window. But if you want to keep the widget always like this on top of the window, even if you click this, that's where the settings that I showed you earlier comes into place. So if I select stay topmost, it's gonna stay topmost on the window, which I probably don't prefer because it's just a bit interrupting when you're using your applications. I just leave it in normal. And yeah, that is the only important setting in the position tab. So now let's just go into transparency, and here you could configure the transparency of these widgets. As you can see, when I set it to 40%, the widget is transparent. But if I right click, go into settings, transparency, and I hit fade in, and now if I hover my mouse cursor in this little widget, it's gonna fade in. So let's just repeat the same process to all these other widgets over here. Now as you can see, if I hover on any widget with my mouse, it's gonna fade in and fade out. So now let's take a look at the other settings we have here. We've got draggable. So basically the widgets are just draggable like anywhere you want. You could put it over there, you could put it over there, or put it over here if you want really, or wherever you may want. But if you want to just lock that into position, like some people do this, including me, I just do this and it will automatically just drag it up over here, which we definitely don't want, as the neat and tidy order is going to be disturbed. So if you don't want that to happen, you could go into settings and then uncheck draggable, which will just lock the widget into one position. Yeah, I'm just clicking and now I couldn't drag it anywhere. And then you could even save the position if you want. And now when you move these widgets, it's gonna automatically snap to the nearest one. If you want to do some like really minute changes, you could just go into settings and uncheck snap to edges. Now if I do this, it's not gonna snap to edges and it's gonna be a bit uneven. And then we have another setting over here to click through the widget. Actually, let me just demonstrate this to you. You couldn't actually click through the widget to do anything under the widget, but when you go into settings, you have that option to click through the little widget. If you want to focus on this widget only, you just want to hold shift in your keyboard, and now as you can see, we could move the widget around, or if you want to right click and change the properties, you could always do that by hitting shift on your keyboard and then right clicking over here. Anyways, let's get into the other settings. And then now let's come on to the other options over here in this context menu. So we have manage skin to, as the name suggests, manage the skin. You could just press edit, all that stuff, like change the different variables. I'll touch on that later. We also have the toggle to edit the skin, which will be pretty useful. I'll just touch on that a bit later. You just hit edit skin and you can edit the particular skin. You could just add values, change the font, which I'm going to touch on later in the video. And we also have refresh skin. So if you go into edit skin and make some changes over here to refresh the skin, you just want to right click it, then you could just hit refresh skin and the skin will refresh itself to apply its changes. Now in the rain mirror section over here, you just want to hover in here, and as you can see, we've got a lot of stuff actually. So the main useful settings are refresh all and game mode. So if you basically hit refresh all, instead of refreshing the only skin over here, you could refresh all the widgets. So all the widgets are going to be refreshed if you make multiple changes to all the widgets. And now coming to game mode, if you start game mode, all the widgets are going to disappear. So on start, it's going to unload all these skins by default. On stop, load current layout. So yeah, you could even customize between what will happen if you enable game mode and disable game mode. If you start game mode over here, all the things are going to be unloaded. And now if you want to get the rain meter widgets back, you just want to hit task manager. Just want to right click your taskbar or your start menu if you're in Windows 11, and then hit task manager. Now I just want to click any process under background processes and then press the R key on the keyboard and then highlight rain meter desktop customization tool. So you just want to end the task and then close the task manager. Now you just want to go ahead and open up rain meter, and now all these skins are going to be loaded back again. And also let me just briefly go through all the widgets we have here. So we have the time widget, which you can even customize if you want a 12-hour time or 24-hour time. Well, probably leave it in 12-hour time, which is my preference. And we have the battery widget. So basically I'm on a laptop, so I might need it when I carry it around, but I probably don't carry my laptop that much. I just leave it on my desk. And now we have the C drive storage monitor, just in case if you're downloading some crazy huge files and want to monitor the health of your system drive, you could see this. So if you're connected to a Wi-Fi, now I can't connect to a Wi-Fi unfortunately, but if you're connected to a Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi name and the status is going to be listed over here. Now we have the sound widget. You could easily change the sound. As you can see, I'm just going to demonstrate this to you. So here we are. If you change it over here, that also syncs. So as you can see here, if I mess up with the volume, that's also syncing over there. And then now we just have the resource monitor widget, which is pretty useful if you're just doing some high-intensity tasks like video editing, After Effects, for gaming, and all that stuff. If you want to monitor your system's resource usage. So well, these themes are. So now I'm gonna show another third-party theme to demonstrate to you guys how to download another third-party theme. So basically, I prefer Mond, and yeah, if you want a wide variety of skins / options to choose from, I'll provide the top 50 Rainwear skins blog by TechGeo. Okay, now to download download Mond, hit the link in the description box below. I just want to scroll down and hit download mon.rm skin. As you can see, it's downloading. It's going to show in folder. And now I just want to unload all the widgets if you already have one. Now as you can see, our desktop is clean back again. And now I just want to install the skin by right clicking on the file and hitting install Rainwear skin. Now we just want to install. Now as you can see, you can even enter weather codes and a lot of stuff like that. You can even choose the language. You can even translate to something else. And you could also select the media player to sync into this widget. And you could choose between 12-hour clock and 24-hour clock. All in this little panel, all in this little box over here. Alright, now you can even change the colors of the text. If you set it to red, it's gonna turn into red, which looks absolutely gross. So we'll just change it to this. And you could change the player button's color. It's currently this. Or you could I could even change to this, which is looking kind of good to me. And now once all that's done, you just want to close settings. Now as you can see, we got this clean and minimalistic looking widget. And now this skin is not going to look good in this cluttered up desktop. Desktop should be clean. So I probably prefer this cluttered up desktop because access programs pretty quick and do a lot of stuff. So I probably find this much more convenient. But just to demonstrate this to you, I'm just gonna drag and drop this onto my second monitor. Yeah, just drop. Good. Now as you can see, we've got a clean and minimalistic look. And now if you want to change the font of the widget, you just want to right click and hit edit skin. Now you're going to be presented with this super confusing INI configuration file, but trust me, it is actually easy. So first, to change the font of this widget, you need to first choose which font you need to use. So you could either use some inbuilt fonts, or you could grab a third-party font like from 1001 Fonts. So I'm just gonna use Banglau regular. Okay, I don't know what to call this, but yeah, we'll just hit download and then we'll just hit show in folder. We'll open it up with Windows Explorer. Now as you can see, we have this OTF file, and also your file could be of different formats. It could be either in OTF or even TTF. So if you get a TTF file, just don't worry, you could still copy it. So as you can see, we have a free font. So you just want to double click it and then hit install. Now to make sure that the font has been installed or not, press Win+E in your keyboard to pull up Explorer window. You just want to go into C drive and then highlight fonts by pressing the F key on the keyboard. Now you just want to search up for the font. So we've installed Banglau. As you can see, we have got Banglau regular, good to go. And now to choose a font, you could either choose the font that we downloaded over here, or else you could choose a inbuilt font. So you just want to scroll down and find a matching font for you. But I probably already installed a font called Montserrat. as you can see, we have Montserrat. So now to apply the font, we just want to go into the INI file again, and we just want to, so you just want to find this little box called variables. Now you just want to type in new font equals the font's name. So currently I'm going to use Montserrat. Yeah, here we are, it's applied. Now, as you've done with this, just make sure it's all in lowercase. And then now you just want to find any line saying meter equal to. Most of them just will say meter equals a string. So place your cursor in there, in the end of the line, and then press the enter key on the keyboard to create a new line. Now you just want to type in font face. Yeah, make sure you type in the lowercase and uppercase letter correctly. Uppercase F O N T, and then lowercase f, and then ACE. You just want to put equal to, the equal to symbol, and then type in hashtag new font hashtag. Now I just want to repeat the same process to every line containing the word meter equal to. To make it even more quicker, you could copy this by selecting it, Control C to copy, and you could just come here, enter, paste. And now once you've done with it, you could just go into file and hit save, and we're done. You just want to hit close, and now as you can see, the change will not be synced as the skin should be refreshed. So you just want to right click the skin and then hit refresh skin, and now as you can see, Montserrat installed onto this little widget. Now if you want the same font on all the other widgets, you could do the same. You could repeat the same process to the other widgets you have. And if you want the full guide, I will provide the link in the description box below to this blog post by Philippuma on how to change fonts on Rainmeter skins. Sorry guys, that's all for today's video. So hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I just wanted to hit that like and subscribe buttons for more videos like this. And also smash a comment down below if you have any queries or any ideas for my future upcoming videos. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.